Hey guys, welcome back. Since creating this new firearms series, from the Ottoman Empire to the Edo period of Japan, we have seen many different and unique Asian firearms in Asia. So, I'm thinking perhaps it's time to take a trip back in time to ancient China, and this is the first topic of this video series. I recently discovered some interesting things about the usage of the Chinese Qing dynasty matchlock firearms. So today, I'm very glad to share this story with you in this video. Let's gradually unveil some secrets of the Qing dynasty firearms. Before diving into the usage of this historical matchlock of the Qing dynasty, we will look back to this ancient gun itself. We can see the collections of the ancient Qing musket in the museum, from the impressive precision firearms of the royal family in Qing dynasty to the relatively crude guns for soldiers. They look very different, and even they had many different types, like the short handle of the gun, or the gun with bipod, but their trigger system almost was a matchlock system. Among them, some were the snap matchlock trigger system. It was similar with the Japanese matchlock system, and the other half of musket was added the matchlock trigger system of the Ottoman style. But overall, not only the snap matchlock, but also the Ottoman style system. There was a matchlock, so of course, we can't overlook the star of the show, the slow match of the firearms, which was one of the most important parts in the guns. So in order to discover the musketeers or hunters how to use a matchlock, I think we can discover from the ancient paintings in the Qing dynasty. The years of Qianlong were one of the strongest parts for the Qing Empire. So the Emperor Qianlong, as the emperor of this huge empire, he was able to do many hobbies in his part-time, like reading poems, traveling. By the way, it was said there were almost 40,000 poems that were wrote by Qianlong. So it was nearly that he wrote 2 or 3 poems for every day, from he was a teenager to an old man. Plus, there was another hobby of his. This was hunting. Through the lens of Qianlong's iconic artwork, 红历记录图, the painting of Hong Li's hunting. Here, Hong Li was the name of Emperor Qianlong. When we gradually zoomed up this painting, we can see that the slow match was tied to his wrist. I believe this operation was to avoid that the slow match exploded out of the cork when he fired the gunpowder. The only imperfect place is that the painter simply didn't draw the pan of the matchlock gun. Maybe there's a cover above the pan, but it's just a maybe, I think. And the drum road was also not drawn on the painting for some reason. If we try to find the gun from the collections of Forbidden City, it looks like it may be this gun. We can see the pan and the drum road really set with the gun, and they were the most important parts for an ancient musket after all, although the cork looks like it was broken. Coincidentally, the Japanese musketeers assembly also had this operation when they were going to fire the muskets. Nowadays, there were many matchlock demonstrations in Japan, and those teams also have restored it in their muskets shooting show. Aside from the painting of Qianlong's hunting, there are varied battle paintings which have Qing dynasty musketeers collected in the Forbidden City, and some old photos from the early 19th century. Firstly, like the battle paintings, we can see many people turning the slow match to their arms, like Emperor Qianlong. In addition, from the old photo, although the musketeers didn't tie his slow match on the arm or wrist, perhaps it wasn't really long, so he tied it on his finger. Then, back to the battle painting. We also can see another way to hold the slow match, which is fixed on the handle of the gun. Plus, sometimes, if we want to try to study some ancient things of history, perhaps we can see some collections on some auction websites. One can see from some Qing dynasty muskets that there is a small laser pouch on the grab of the gun, and it's simply like it was used to store the slow match before using the musket, or it was used to hold the unbound portion of the slow match while firing the musket. Nevertheless, these details still can reveal to us the situation of using the musket in that ancient time. To be honest, when I made the video, I found that it was very fortunate for us. Nowadays, we still can see these ancient paintings and know the outline from the ancient age. Even though they may go through many wars and chaos, it's hard to imagine what would happen if they was destroyed in the war, the fire, or other disaster. Perhaps we may have lost the opportunity to learn about history. Although the painting may not reflect the 100% real situation, they still can provide valuable insights into our past. In addition, the slow match in Manchu language is Tuayi, which I found in an ancient dictionary of the Qing dynasty. Okay, this is today's video. Hope you can like it. Have a good day. See you next time. Bye.